재밌었어요, 되게.
자고 있을 때로 올 줄은 몰랐습니다. 그러니까 뭘 하고 있을 때, 하긴 제가 너무 늦게.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Diaries channel. Have you ever seen a small gesture, but it feels louder than 1,000 words? The moment when Jungkook instinctively covers Jimin's mouth isn't just a cute or sweet moment. It's instinct, protective instinct. And if you think it's just a coincidence, wait until you see the pattern. Because what we're going to discuss today is a form of love that Jimin and I have always maintained silently, consistently, and without any need for any recognition. There are certain moments that feel fleeting, even fleeting, but they leave a profound emotional impact. Moments that don't need to be explained in words, don't need to be clarified with official statements, because the body, reflexes, and instincts speak more truthfully than anything else. One of those moments happened again, and once again it involved Jungkook and Jimin. This time, it was just a small movement of Jungkook's hand that reflexively covered Jimin's mouth. But the vibration of his emotions was immediately felt by anyone who witnessed it. Jungkook didn't hesitate. There was no pause. There was no exaggerated expression. His hand moved as if it were the most natural thing in the world, like someone accustomed to protecting, guarding, and understanding the boundaries of the person before him. And Jimin? Not surprised, not repelled, not bothered. He simply accepted the touch with such gentle calm, as if this wasn't the first time something like this had happened. Herein lies the silence, because the strongest love is often the quietest. It doesn't come with grand declarations, but rather through small, consistent actions. Jungkook covered Jimin's mouth not because he wanted to control him, but because he wanted to protect him. He protected him from situations that might make him uncomfortable, from spontaneous words that could be misinterpreted, or simply from excessive attention that could be burdensome. The gesture felt intimate not because of its physicality, but because of its meaning. It was a body language that only two people who truly know each other can share. Jungkook knew when Jimin was being too honest. Jimin knew when Jungkook was guarding him. There was no panic in Jimin's eyes, just a small smile that signaled complete trust. And that kind of trust can't be faked. What made this moment even more powerful was the context. They were in a public space, under the glare of cameras, before millions of eyes. Yet Jungkook's reflexes kicked in. He didn't think about other people's reactions, didn't consider the visual consequences, didn't try to hold back. All he had was Jimin in front of him, and that alone was enough. Love that is always protected is love that grows from awareness. Jungkook not only protects Jimin from the outside, but also from the pressures that come with fame, from expectations, from wild interpretations, from a world that often forgets that behind the idol, there's a human being with fragile feelings.
우리 행복한
나
얘기해줘.
바로 코난 보라 그랬다.
시민 있잖아.
나도 길었어. 나도 일 많이 해가지고 올해는.
맞아 맞아.
And Jimin, in his own way, always lets Jungkook be in that position. Not out of weakness, but out of trust. If we look deeper, this isn't the first time this has happened. This pattern has played out countless times over the years. Jungkook always takes a half step closer when Jimin speaks. Always more alert when Jimin laughs too freely. Always quicker to touch, soothe, or distract. And Jimin always responds with the same gentleness. A small smile, a warm gaze, or a calm expression that seems to say, "I'm safe." This is what those who only see the surface often can't explain. Because it's not about a single viral moment, not about a dramatic gesture. It's about consistency, about how their bodies read each other without needing instruction, about how Jungkook knows exactly when to protect without being asked, and how Jimin knows when to entrust himself completely. The touch of a hand on his mouth feels almost symbolic. It was as if Jungkook was saying, "It's okay, I'm here." And it was as if Jimin was replying, "I know." There was no stifling possession, no intimidating dominance. There was simply presence. calm, stable, and caring presence. Armies witnessing this moment didn't just see cuteness or cuteness. They felt something deeper, something only those who have followed Jikook's journey for a long time can feel. There was a sense of familiarity, a sense of warmth, and a sense of, oh, here they are again, because Jikook never tried to prove anything. They were simply themselves, and that's where the truth felt most real. Love that is always protected doesn't need the spotlight. It lives in the small details that often go unnoticed by outsiders, like hands that move faster than thoughts, like smiles that appear for no reason, like the comfortable silence between two people who don't need to speak to understand each other.
준비한 거야. 누가 공연 아니냐? 생각해보면 닿지도 않았어.
아이씨 가야지.
난 치고 들으시.
아 그럼요. 저는 할 때만 하잖아요. 그럼 마찰을.
And perhaps that's why this moment resonates so deeply. Because in a world full of noise, Jikook once again shows that love doesn't have to be loud to feel powerful. Sometimes, it just takes a simple movement of Jungkook's hand covering Jimin's mouth to remind us that protection is important. The most sincere love comes from a heart that truly cares. This is Jikook, not a forced story, not a fabricated narrative, but a relationship that grows through time, trust, and unwavering attention. And as long as they continue to show their love this way, armies will always see, feel, and understand. Because love like this can't be hidden for long. It will always find its own way to be seen. And at this point, we are reminded again that love doesn't always come in big words or loud confessions. Sometimes, it appears in small, natural gestures, like a reflex born of long-held caring. Jungkook covered Jimin's mouth not to silence him, but to protect him. And Jimin accepted it not out of weakness, but out of trust. Thank you for watching and experiencing this moment with us. If you feel the same warmth, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss Jikook's next story. Write in the comments below which Jikook moment made your heart flutter the most, and how you felt when you saw this small but meaningful protection. Let's share it with calm, respect, and love, as they always show. See you in the next video. Stay gentle, stay trusting, and stay with Jikook Diaries.